back to the channel. So today we are going to be talking about how we can build our emergency preparedness supplies on as little as $5 a month. Let's get started. Okay, so with the whole pandemic going on right now, it can be a little scary, and sometimes people panic, get scared, and go out and buy a ton of supplies. And sometimes it's necessarily things they don't even need or use. So in order to prevent you from overbuying, I'm going to teach you how to properly get your emergency preparedness food storage together. And it does not have to break the bank. Okay, so when we first talk about emergency preparedness, a lot of people think just food. But we also are missing other essentials. A lot of people, toilet paper was the thing for this time. And so hopefully we all had a little bit in store so that we weren't running to the store. Let's talk about household items that we need to stock up on. And this is not even close to things that you should have. This is just to give you a basic example of things that you need in your emergency preparedness. So obviously toilet paper. We have a dishwashing soap or liquid detergent, hand soap, things like that, laundry detergent. Also, some things that people don't think of are shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, having hand bar soap on hand, body wash, toothpaste, extra toothbrushes, things like that aren't necessarily food, but things that you need. Now going to the food, let's say your electricity went out or your water is out. Something I always like to have on hand are the table pans, and I can get a pack of 36 at Sam's Club for like $7 or $8, and that is a really good deal. And I always have these on hand. It's also good for when I need to give someone a meal because they're sick or just had a baby. See, you have all this food, but let's not forget the seasonings. You need to have extra seasonings on hand. Let's say you're making pizza. Well, it's good to have extra yeast on hand, and baking soda and baking powder, those items as well. So as we've gone through this, how do you build it up? Buying all at once is really not feasible, especially if you're on a low income. You can't just go out and buy a ton of food, and that is what a lot of people have done with this pandemic. They have put things on their credit card, and I don't want to do that. That is not being financially free. So I'm going to set you up for, let's say, when a hurricane or tornado or something happens, or even a sickness in your home, or you're on quarantine. We're on quarantine for my husband's job, so I'm very grateful for this stuff. So you are going to have your normal shopping list, and you are going to have, you can either have $5 a week, $5 a month, but let's say this month you're gonna buy extra green beans. So you're gonna get your green beans you normally get for your meals for that week or for that month. And then you're going to get $5 extra worth of green beans for that month. And you're gonna put that in your section or wherever your green beans go in the back, and that's how you keep rotating. Or if you're like me, I like to buy 2 green beans, 1 extra thing of spaghetti sauce, 1 pasta, and let's say a seasoning. So instead, you don't have to buy just 1 item. You can build up on a couple items for your $5. Now, when you start getting a lot of extra items, make sure that you package them correctly. I like to put my pasta in Ziploc bags. Your water went out and you can't wash your dishes. Other things to have on hand are paper plates, throwaway forks and spoons and knives and cups. Those are also wonderful things to have in your emergency preparedness. You're like, where do I store it all? Well, let me tell you, there's more room in your house than you think. Items such as water, toilet paper, and laundry detergent are great to store under the bed. Another great way to store things is to get one of these shelves from Walmart. Just the plastic shelves. I like them because I can take them down and put them up as I need them. They're very sturdy. They will hold everything that you need for emergency preparedness. Another thing I like to do is I like to use the clear bins. And I put these in my storage room because I can see it. Because if I do solid colored bins, it's out of sight, out of mind, and I forget I have it. So it really helps with inventory of what you're using and what you're not using to help with emergency preparedness. Now, I like to just keep this just for emergency preparedness because soap, conditioner, shampoo, it's not going to go bad. And if I need it, I can see it and grab it. And I always replace what I use. Always do that. Always replace what you use. They're like, well, I can't buy another two $15 rolls of toilet paper. So just get a smaller pack for $5. And there you go. And each month you just slowly build up on items. And that is how you do it. Because if you're going to get it when everyone else is getting, likely you're not going to get it. Get something you don't like or even eat. A lot of people make the mistake that they get all these items just because it's there and everyone else is getting something and that's all they have on the shelf. And in the long run, they don't eat it when it's over and it goes bad and they throw it away. So only buy food that your family eats. I also have some PDFs I'm going to put in below on timeline you can use. It's just for reference. You can obviously make up your own for each individual family. I'll have different foods that you're like, oh, I do need that. I do have a thing on 72-hour kits already I've made. I personally put mine in a bin. I know a lot of people like backpacks for each individual, but when I have so many little kids, I don't think they're really going to lug around a backpack. So I just put it in a bin. Also to have on hand is extra cash is also good. So just get an envelope and put a little bit of cash in there. Maybe that month for your emergency preparedness, instead of buying something, you're going to put that cash in an envelope and stow it away. Also, I want to mention, let's say your gas or electricity went out, how are you going to cook it? I highly recommend getting a camp stove. Also have extra propane, little propane tanks that you can buy that hook into the camp stove, and that is smart to have just in case. Now, here is a question I probably will get. How long should I have? What should I have, a 2-week supply? I think it's good to at least get a 3-month supply. And some people's occupation where they move a lot, sometimes because of weight limits for moving, we cannot have a full year supply. So I suggest getting at least a 3-month supply. I will also share with you a link to my emergency preparedness on a budget page on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped. Bye!